If you are new to social media marketing for your business and you are afraid of your real family and friends seeing, maybe you're afraid of your boss seeing or your peers at work or your ex-boyfriend from over 20 years ago, and that's holding you back from showing up online and creating content to promote your business, this video is for you. I love talking about getting over the fear of posting on social media because it was just a couple years ago that I was absolutely terrified to post on social media. I remember, wondering, what are my family and friends gonna think about this? Am I gonna annoy people? So basically, I went from somebody who never wanted to post on social media, I did not want to be a social media person, to becoming somebody who actually loves creating content. And just by creating content on Facebook alone, I've been able to generate all of my clients from Facebook with less than 1,000 followers. And now I am super passionate about teaching this to other people because social media marketing is so powerful and it doesn't have to be hard and you don't have to be afraid. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. It's 5 steps. You're going to want to listen to all of the steps because I truly believe that if you implement all of them together, it's like a recipe for being able to get over your fear of posting, like for good. By the way, if you're curious how I was able to get all of my clients for my online business just using Facebook with less than 1,000 followers, I created an online course. The link is below if you want to check out that course. Okay, so step number 1 is to make a decision. I remember this defining moment where I was like, I want a 100% online business. I understand that social media marketing is the most powerful marketing tool on the planet. Like, I am not gonna go, knock on people's doors and be like, hey, I knew that if I didn't learn how to do it, then I was gonna have a really hard time building a business. So I made a decision and I said to myself, I use my Facebook personal profile for business. That was my decision. When you decide, like, I use this for business, that's how you think. And then that is how you act. The second step that I took was shifting my identity. I used to think of myself as not a social media person. And once I made that decision that, okay, now going forward, I'm going to use social media for my business, I also knew that I had to change my identity and stop telling myself that I'm not a social media person and just like step into this new identity of I am a social media person. It sounds so silly and so simple, but the things that we tell ourselves over and over, our thoughts influence our feelings, and our feelings influence our behavior, and our behavior impacts our results. So I started telling myself, I am a social media person now. I like posting. I like talking on camera. I like sharing my thoughts with strangers on the internet. Why not? What do I have to lose? So are you telling yourself that you're not a social media person or that it's not for you? Or are you stepping into the new identity of somebody who can do this? Are you a social media person? It's a choice. The third step is to eliminate obstacles. So in order to do that, you have to identify what they are. For me, and what I've noticed for most people, is that the biggest obstacles are caring what other people think. It's the fear of being judged by other people. And the funny thing about that is it's usually the fear of being judged from the people that love us the most. Like, our closest family and friends in real life are the people that I know I was afraid of posting in front of. Here's how I got over that. I realized my closest family and friends, they know everything about my life. They know all of the struggles I've had. They know all of the most painful moments I've gone through, and they've been the ones to be there for me. So what do I have to hide? And it's not even, hide is maybe the wrong word, but it's like, why am I afraid to put something online? Like, these are the people that care about me the most and love me, and they know everything about me. Like, so what if I make a video? Do I care what they think about it? I know they're going to love me anyways. Like, it's not like I'm going to lose my family and friends because I'm suddenly making videos on Facebook. Like, it reminds me of a quote that Brendon Burchard said. And this, I think, sums up this like universal feeling that we all share of like not wanting people in our real life to see us online. And Brendon Burchard said this: it's not that we're afraid of being seen, it's that we're afraid of being seen starting small. And that really hit home because it's like, you know, for me, I was recently divorced and I had, you know, relocated countries. I moved back to the US after living abroad for many years, and I was starting a new business and I didn't even really know exactly what direction that was going to take. I just knew that I wanted to start an online business. And so the first thing I did was bought myself a really nice computer and then started doing these things that I'm teaching you now, of making the decision that I was going to become a social media person and like figure this whole thing out. And that's the thing. When you first start posting, it's that fear of being seen starting small. And I just pushed through it. I was just putting myself out there, and I'm like my real family and friends knew that I was rebuilding my life. So if I looked like a fool trying to like stumble my way through figuring out how to do the whole thing, why do I care? Like, they saw me in my real life. They were the ones to really support me going through the hardest chapter of my life, which was my divorce and having to start my life over as a sole parent. If they saw me fumbling, like trying to build a business out of thin air, like, that's okay. Here's a couple tangible tips that I use that you can implement too, to get over this like fear of what other people are going to think. I have two statements I say to myself. They don't pay my bills and they are not raising my daughter. So that gives me the freedom to just not care what anybody thinks about anything that I put out there in the world online, because at the end of the day, they don't pay my bills and they are not raising my daughter. I am. Here's another thing I do. If there is anybody that is going to chip away at my confidence for whatever reason, I just block them. On Facebook, you can just block people and it literally like makes you invisible to them. So if there's anybody out there who is going to make you question yourself of whether you should show up online or not, then just block those people. Like, just eliminate the obstacle. That's what I mean. Get rid of it. And then I know your natural thought is going to be like, oh, well, I can't block them. Then they're going to think I don't want to be their friend anymore and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's just an excuse. And then go back to step one, where you made the decision to use social media for your business. If you are prioritizing somebody else's feelings about whether or not they're your friend on Facebook over your business, then you haven't really made that decision. Again, that's why step number one of making that decision is so powerful, because when you just are like, I use this for business, and you're laser focused on that and you don't care what anybody else thinks about it, then you make decisions that are like a business person, not somebody who's like, oh, maybe I'll try posting on social media, but oh, never mind, I'm going to use it just like more for my personal life because I, care what my family and friends think. It's like, no, that's not being a business person. That's being a wishy-washy person. And as an entrepreneur, you got to be a little stronger than that, honestly. The fourth thing is to make it easy for yourself. What I hear a lot of people say is, I don't have time. I don't have time to create content. Okay, yes, you do. If you're alive, you have time. You can make a quick video in your car. You can make a quick video while you're taking a walk. This is a good one. Sometimes I'll want to make a live video really quickly. I will pull up to pick my daughter up from school 2 minutes early, and then sit in the parking lot, hit the live button, make a live video, and it's like a challenge for myself. Okay, I'm gonna make a live video for 1 minute right before I have to go pick her up. And just having that 1 minute of time, just gets me into action mode. And then there's no excuse for not having time. Make it easy for yourself. What are you doing already? And when can you just pick up the phone and just make a video? The second tip under making it easy for yourself is to just embrace being super messy. If you go back and if you look at my Facebook profile at the first reels I had posted, I look terrible. 99.9% of my videos were shot first thing in the morning before I had taken a shower or done anything with myself. I had huge bags under my eyes. My hair was a complete disaster. And that's when I was making videos, because that was the little time I had before my daughter woke up and I had to jump into mom mode. And I was just like, I have a thought on my mind. I want to share it. Just hit the record button now and just share the video. Embracing allowing myself to show up as basically the worst version of myself from an appearance standpoint, not what I was saying, gave me a lot of freedom because I built an audience of loyal and raving fans who, again, turned into clients that have been fueling my business for the past 2 years. It was really powerful and freeing to know that I was able to really build a connected audience and community of people who just loved me for me. It wasn't about like my hair looking perfect or having makeup on or being dressed. I mean, a lot of my videos were in my pajamas. Let's be honest, I still don't really wear makeup and my hair looks like a mess a lot of the time because I have this like really interesting, is it curly? Is it straight? Is it just like bent? Whatever. So get over it. I embrace the mess. The most important thing is the message that you're sharing and who you are reaching, and the vanity stuff of like looking perfect with the makeup and the hair and all of that really just doesn't matter. And the third tip for making it easy for yourself is to keep it simple. What I did for, I think like the first year, I mostly made live videos. Like you literally just open up your phone, hit the go live button, start talking, and then hit end, and you're done. So there's like no time for overthinking exactly what you're gonna say. You don't have to edit the video at all. Like it just is what it is. Going live and just practicing that over and over and over and over again is what got me really, really, really comfortable on camera and helped me to just really focus on whatever I wanted to share. Now, number 5 is to give yourself a challenge that is sustainable. Sustainability is the key here. What I've noticed that a lot of people will do when they first start creating content is they'll be like, I'm gonna go live every single day for 90 days in a row. And then what happens is they maybe do 30 days and then they burn out, and then they decide that they hate creating content because they feel forced to like uphold this 90-day, every single day, make a live video. And they don't really create any quality content because it feels forced. It doesn't feel inspired. And they end up quitting and then say that social media is not for them. Now, here's a way that I created a sustainable challenge for myself that has been working really well so far. Like I said, for the past couple of years, I've been primarily focused on Facebook, and that has been where I've built my business out of. And now a year ago, I decided to expand to YouTube. But I know that building a YouTube channel takes a lot of time, and it's not as easy as Facebook. It's just not. If you're a beginner and you're looking for a social media platform to really like get clients from, I highly, highly, highly recommend Facebook. Again, I teach this all in my course because it's a much easier platform to really build an audience on who you can convert into clients than YouTube. YouTube has like it has a higher barrier to entry. And that's a whole different topic, but Facebook is much easier to like get clients from, at least in my own experience. I'm an expert at that. So anyways, a year ago when I decided I wanted to expand to YouTube, I gave myself the challenge of I'm going to post one video a week, every week for 10 years. So I made my time horizon like super long. It's a 10-year challenge. I made it more realistic. So instead of saying I'm going to make a video every single day, I told myself I would make one a week. It's been a lot more sustainable. So now here's what happened. I didn't post a video once a week perfectly the entire year. Some weeks I made more videos, like some weeks I made 3 videos, some weeks I didn't make any at all. But on average, I posted at least one video a week because by the end of the 1 year mark, I had over 60 videos. So I actually exceeded my goal. It gave me a realistic goal that I could aim for, but I also gave myself a lot of grace. Like my grandma passed away this past year, and there was a month where I was really consumed with the emotions and family stuff, and I didn't feel like making content. So I didn't. And then when I got back into the swing of things, I picked up the pace and I made up for the time that I took off. And that's okay. You know, it's like, oh, I'm going to go work out at the gym for an hour every single day. And then you do it really well for the first 3 days, and then you burn out and then you quit going to the gym. It's like that. So give yourself a realistic challenge. I think one video a week is a really great thing to shoot for. And also give yourself grace when it doesn't go perfectly. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you can take these strategies, these 5 steps, and implement them into your life so you can just free yourself and just show up online as you want to. Don't let anything hold you back.